Hi everyone, my name is Ricky, and on this video I'd like to talk about the right and the wrong way of doing semen retention. And this is after years of my own experience and as well as my clients' experience after they overcome their premature ejaculation, as well as after they improve their life, whether it's their relationship, their confidence through semen retention. Okay, what's the right way and the wrong way? The right way is basically where the semen retention will make you become a better person, make you happier, make even your relationship improve, makes you more confident. Yeah. But on the contrary, some people who are doing it the wrong way, they will feel tired, more lethargic, even worse in their relationship, unhappy. Okay. So that's the two different main difference between right and the wrong way of doing it. And it's simply because our mindset, our perspective towards doing the retention. So in the beginning of my journey, when I did retention, I was coming from a place of resistance. Myself, I was addicted to porn since I was teenagers and masturbation. So I have a lot of guilt and shame around sexuality. So when I started this whole retention, I was pushing away this desire, this sexual desire. But when you try to push away something, like whether it's hunger, whether it's your sexual desire, it's never good. So basically when you push away this hunger, right, you become anorexic. Right? If you avoid food, and on the other hand, if the hunger controls you, you become obese, right? And the same thing with the retention. If you let the sexual desire control you, you become a sex addict. But if you push it away, you will become depressed. Yeah, because the sexual desire and hunger and thirst, it's controlled by the same part of the brain, the hypothalamus, right? And there's no point to resist something that is natural for us. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand when you do semen retention is that you have to do it from a place of wanting it, right? Not acceptance that I have a very strong sexual desire, which is a good thing. It's a sign of a healthy man, by the way. And I'm not pushing it away, but I'm accepting it, and I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna use it in a way that is beneficial for me, not something not beneficial, right? But something beneficial. So for example, when I was addicted to porn and masturbation, I was wasting a lot of energy on watching and whatnot, right? Instead of chasing girl, finding the dream girl, dream wife back then, right? So when I actually quit porn and masturbation, I have the extra energy to actually find the right woman to become my wife, right? And so I started doing this, I stopped porn and whatnot, and then in 2018 I started retention, and that's when actually my relationship with my wife improved. Okay, why? Because when I quit porn, I realized that, hey, there's no more way out. There's no more shortcut to sexual satisfaction, but through making it work with my partner. And unfortunately, it's just the way our brain works. We will only do something when it's a must, right? When you're in a bad relationship, right, and you want to improve your relationship, most of the time it's not possible until you quit porn. You know why? Because we will always find an escape, and that escape is the porn and masturbation. So if you can overcome this addiction of porn and masturbation, you will automatically try to improve a relationship with your wife. Okay, so that's just how it works. And second thing about retention, as I said, we need to come from a place of acceptance. So which means when we do retention, we don't resist this desire, but we, just like you might have heard of the practice, circulate the sexual energy and also like use it towards something more creative, like content creation, or even write a book, or whatever it is, right? What's your hobby that you haven't done for a long time, whether it's to go to the gym, right? So the main thing is that when you do retention, you have to come from a place of happiness. If you're not happy doing semen retention, you're just going to be more depressed, and it's not going to be good in the long run. And at some point I was depressed because why? I was suppressing the sexual desire, and it's never good. Okay, so that's the only difference between the right and the wrong way doing semen retention. Whether you come from a place of acceptance and accept that your sexual desire is part of you, and you can enjoy it in the right way, in a way that benefits you and your partner, or in a way that it doesn't benefit you if you do it the wrong way. Okay, so that's the main point. Okay, so basically 2 years after 2018, in 2020s, I started realizing that, hey, I'm not any happier doing this retention. And I realized that 2 years later that I actually need to embrace my sexual desire. And that's where my life actually starts shifting. I realized, like, it's not about punishing yourself for liking sex, but it's actually to accept yourself and do it in a way that serves you and your partner. Okay, so when I quit porn in 2016, right, my relationship improved a lot, and then 2018 it's sort of like stagnant, right, because of this retention. And in 2020 I learned about tantra, and I learned that we should be embracing our sexual desire, right, not demonizing it. And from then our relationship just keep improving. And yeah, like, you might have heard that everything is energy. It is true, because what happened, men supposed to hold the ground, and men who watches porn, right, they are not grounded. They automatically be emotional. I was very emotional when I was watching porn and masturbation and whatnot. So the only way to become grounded, right, to become a real man who's not emotional, is actually to stop all those addictions. Whether you're addicted to gambling, porn, or drugs, or alcohol, this is what makes us men weak. Okay, myself, I used to gamble a lot since I was a teenager, and I quit gambling back in 2007 when I started my full-time job. And that was the time that I was able to start finally saving money and buy a house back then, right, because I quit gambling. And the same thing with when I quit porn. That's the time that actually I start improving my relationship. And in 2020, that's when I start doing semen retention correctly. That's when I'm able to enjoy sex more. So the sign that you are doing semen retention correctly is when you are able to enjoy sex fully without guilt and shame, because that's how it's supposed to be enjoyed. Right? Okay, so again, coming back, if you might have a premature ejaculation problem, right, and you're in a relationship that you're not happy with, or maybe your partner often says no, most likely there is a guilt and shame attached to your sexual desire. And you need to work on that, because without releasing all this guilt and shame, it will impact all areas of your life. Get it? And that's what happened with me as well. I couldn't I couldn't talk in front of the camera. I couldn't speak up what I wanted to speak up. I couldn't say no when I need to say no. I couldn't say to my partner what I want, right? So coming back again, it has to start from a self of acceptance, and you realize that you are where you are, you accept it, and you want to improve. And it's never from a place where it's not supposed to be like this, it's supposed to be like that, and that's the wrong place to start. Okay, so that's all for today. The right and the wrong way of doing semen retention. I hope it's a useful video for you. And if you like this kind of video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe as well. And thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope it's something useful. Until next time.